We are back in New Mexico, and this is finally the week that we install Starlink on our van. We got a Starlink! But before we get to that, we'll be forming a caravan with Jimmy's nomadic parents, where we hang out with alpacas, and then head into the wilderness for some free camping.
If you watch a lot of these van life videos, then you probably know how important this building is right here to us. And no, it's not because van lifers feel like they need to work out all the time. It's because of the shower. We just got done with ours, and that is because we are headed to stay overnight at an alpaca farm. We are meeting up with my parents for a little early Thanksgiving get-together, and I honestly can't tell what we're more excited for, the alpacas or seeing my parents.
Parents, probably.
I'll turn off the camera and I'll ask her that question again.
Wait, I'll have to see what the alpacas look like, okay? What are we working with here?
Yeah.
Not a bad welcoming party.
Hello, good sir.
Cute.
That's how you start the day off right.
Yes, that's so cool.
A close encounter with some cows.
I spy Shelly.
Hi, was I going the wrong way?
I was noticing that's a beautiful view out there.
It's really good to see you guys. It's been so long.
It has.
I don't think I've seen you guys since I dyed my hair blonde.
True.
I'm thinking School Postables the last time I saw you guys.
Yeah, I think so. What's funny is that we didn't tell Jimmy's parents about the donkeys that we went and visited last week, but look what they got me. It's a van donkey. Jimmy and I are pretty hungry because it's the early afternoon and we still haven't had lunch. So I think I'm gonna make us some lunch and then we're gonna go hang out and catch up in their RV. If you haven't been watching our videos for a while and you don't know this, Jimmy's parents also travel full-time and they live in their RV. So we're meeting up on the road. They don't have this alpaca farm. We're just at a harvest host.
Oh, Natalie. Thank you. Which one's mine? I appreciate it. All right, lunch is done. That means there's only one thing left to do today.
Alpacas!
Alpacas!
Fred gave us a tour of his alpaca farm and we learned a ton about alpacas. Like that they're extinct in the wild, the fluff ball on top of their head is called a top knot, and they don't cut that because it won't grow back. And also when they sit like this one with their feet all tucked in, it's so they can spring up in one quick motion if they need to run from a threat. This pen just has females, and a lot of them are pregnant right now, which Fred explained is why they're not as friendly or trusting of visitors as they usually would be.
You got someone behind you. I don't think they like you.
But the real highlight of our visit was when we saw two of Fred's award-winning young males, and he let us help catch them so we could feel their fleece up close.
You can't say hi to people. Now, come get your hands on this little man.
Oh, buddy.
Anywhere but the face.
Oh, he's very
Dig your
soft.
fingers in
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
That is a 14 micron baby boy.
Wow.
This
So soft.
is the good stuff. This is a reserve color championship boy. Let's open him up. Now look at that in the sun.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Look at those crimpies.
Wow, that's beautiful.
See how nice that is?
Like, he's much smaller than I thought he was. That's how
Okay,
fluffy it is.
so you got to be careful with that because I'm used to just running along and when they run by, just clotheslining them. And then we shear them. And they're pencil neck geeks.
Oh, no.
Their neck is like the size of a Coke can, literally. They have molars top and bottom, but those front teeth are only on the bottom. They just have the palate on the top. You come back here, the molars are back there. Let me see your foot. So that's what I was talking about, a soft padded toe. Feel free to touch that if you want. It's like just like a callus. Beautiful boy. And he knows it too.
Real quick, we wanted to thank Surfshark VPN for helping to protect our online security. We obviously travel a lot and end up connecting to a ton of different public Wi-Fis, whether that be at coffee shops or overseas hostels or even alpaca farms. Surfshark encrypts our online data so that we can actually use these public Wi-Fis safely. Plus, Surfshark makes it super easy to change our location so we can watch our favorite shows from anywhere and access content libraries from all over the world no matter where we are. Surfshark allows you to connect an unlimited number of devices, so you can protect all of your devices simultaneously for no extra charge. They also have additional products available, one of them being Surfshark Search, which lets you surf the web and get organic search results that are not influenced by your previous searches. And it even gets rid of ads for you. And now with the Surfshark One package, you can get all of these extra features along with your VPN in one easy bundle. We're talking about features like personalized reports for your data security, webcam protection, and so much more. Surfshark offers a lot of great ways to stay secure online, and with their Black Friday sale going on right now, there's never been a better time to get started. So if you use the link in our description or use our code JimmyandNatalie, you'll get 6 extra months for free, and that code is JimmyandNatalie. Now back to the video.
All right, so we just got done with a very thorough tour of the alpaca farm. He was a super nice guy. He just had so much knowledge about it, and it was really fun to learn about all the alpacas. I don't know if I remember much of the cool facts.
I have retained a lot of that info. Definitely not all of it, but I know that the babies are called cria. I know that they're smaller than llamas. I know that they can spit, but they don't really very often.
The only thing I remember is that they're very clean animals, so they all go and poop in one pile, away from their food.
They're kind of like cats in that way.
Yeah, so that's the one thing I remember. But since this is a harvest host, they kind of recommend that you make a purchase while you're here since the entire state is free.
You gotta support the business.
So we ended up buying one pair of alpaca wool socks that were woven from the alpacas on this farm. Do you guys want to share what you guys bought? You already put it in your closet?
I got a warm hat.
That's cute.
Do it different. You're like,
I like your hair.
first look in the mirror. First look in the mirror yourself.
Go look in the mirror.
And then ask Jimmy not to.
Perfect.
And this is made from, I think, 2 of the different alpacas that are here. It was a black one and a gray one.
Their names were Rosie and Silhouette, so they made Debbie a nice hat.
And this is so much warmer than the ones that I wore earlier because I was just borrowing DeWitt's hat, and now I have my own warm one.
He did make sure to go into detail about the things we bought and how to wash them, because you can very easily lose a couple sizes if you dry them wrongly.
Hand wash and then lay them flat to dry.
Or just never do laundry like us.
I get to try them on first.
Yes.
I like how we got a pair of socks to share.
Okay, in all fairness, they were $25 a pair, so.
We can each wear one.
All right, how do they fit?
Honestly, they're stretching over my calves, and they're large.
No, they're extra large.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I had to make sure they fit me too.
Well, I think they'll fit you, because I think my calves might be bigger than yours. They're comfy though, they're warm. I blend in a little bit with our blanket.
It's literally the exact same shade.
Can you tell we have a favorite color? They're real nice though. Best socks I've ever had.
Unfortunately, we're only staying here at the alpaca farm one night, so this is kind of all we're gonna be able to see of it. But I am glad we get to take home a souvenir from it.
I'm real excited for tomorrow morning because we're gonna be boondocking on BLM land, totally free dispersed camping, with Jimmy's parents in their Class A.
We'll see how that goes. We spent about 30 minutes picking out the perfect spot, so I feel pretty confident.
Talk to me, baby, I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights. Just keep on wasting.
Our caravan is officially started. We've picked out a really good dispersed camping spot near Santa Fe. Jimmy's parents have done some off-grid boondocking with their RV before, which is really impressive because it's a big Class A bus. But it's always fun trying to get out of their comfort zone with them. I feel like we're kind of living our lifestyle with Jimmy's parents, and it's such a unique experience to be able to share van life with such close family. Just watching their RV do normal things is so fascinating to me. All right, so we pulled over to get gas, and I think we've got a pretty fun idea. We're doing a van swap. So I am riding with Jimmy's dad, DeWitt, in their RV, and Jimmy's mom is riding in Pancake with Jimmy. And so far, I feel like I'm doing business class van life.
All right, we're doing it.
All right.
So first impressions, how's the noise? Like when I rev up, is it louder or quieter?
It definitely seems quieter than the RV. And I'm up higher than I thought I was going to be.
I'm getting to kind of see the difference between a Class A RV and our small van. Honestly, probably the biggest difference is how nice the view is. The window up here is massive and it looks like a big theater screen. Is it time to swap back?
You get Jimmy and I get Debbie back.
Oh, lucky you. Thank you.
Oh, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you. That was so fun. Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Mom was complaining the whole time.
Oh, was she?
I'm kidding.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Oh, feels good to be home.
It was like 30 minutes.
A way different experience driving in a huge RV where I think you got to kind of know where you're going to go before you start going there. Whereas in the van, I think we're a bit more flexible. It was so luxurious though. It was a very comfortable ride and it was a lot quieter than I thought.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, let me buckle up. You could hear the engine louder than you can in the van, but you could not hear the road as much as you do in the van.
Which one's more quiet?
I think the van's probably more quiet. Like you can have a normal volume conversation. Win. It was a fun swap. I'm glad we did that. That was Debbie's idea and it was a good one.
I think we got some company. There are a couple important milestones for any van lifer. The day that they buy their van, the day that they finish their build, and 3, the day they install their Starlink. And today is that day.
We got a Starlink!
Yay!
We're being so obnoxious out here. We do YouTube full time and we upload videos every single week. So I kind of can't believe that we made it this long without Starlink, but I think this is really gonna take us to the next level.
We've put it off for over 2 years now. When we first started in our bus, we were actually sharing one phone on the Visible mobile plan, which if you know anything about Visible, it's not the best option. It's the cheapest option, just not the best option.
The reason we've been putting it off is pretty much because it's kind of expensive and we didn't even get the most expensive option. This one I think was $800, but the
600.
600? Oh, that's better. But the in-motion one that you don't have to set up every time you park is like $2,500.
We've got the satellite dish there, which is supposed to go somewhere on the outside. There's like a 75-foot cable that will eventually connect to the router, but that'll go inside the van and that'll give us the internet when we're inside. I think most people just kind of set it up and run the cable through a window or an open door, and we could totally do that. But first, I want to see if there's a better, more permanent way to install the Starlink in our van, and I think our best option is going through the upper tail light section with the backup camera in the Promaster van.
So the idea is that the hole is going to go right here, so that way we won't have to run the cable outside and we can have our doors shut and have Starlink going.
All right, all that being said, we probably want to test to make sure it works before we start drilling holes in our van. Should I read some instructions first?
What for?
I'm an expert now.
Oh, you got all that?
There's one with pictures. And there's only 3 photos. Okay, I think
They
we're
heard
good.
this one was going to us.
All right, number 1, put the satellite dish on the mount. Number 2, plug in the power and the satellite cable to the little router thing. Step 3, make sure it's plugged in.
Okay,
All right,
plug
so
it
I guess
in.
go and plug it in. Oh my goodness. And I'm just doing the non-glamorous part now, where I'm on the app, I'm signing in, and I'm trying to connect to that device up there.
It looks like it's working.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think it's set up. That literally took 3 minutes. So now for the hard part.
Yep, another hole in the van.
Another hole in the van. All right, don't lose that.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, there's like a little hole right here that just goes right into the van.
Oh.
All right, take me to the zip ties. Hey guys.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, we're setting up the Starlink.
Yeah, we're busy working over here.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a second. Yeah, it was just held in by 2 screws. And there's like...
Are you ready?
Nice, good throw. All right, I think there's a very small change of plans. So instead of just resting the base plate up here, I think we're actually gonna try to mount it to these 80/20s that we have for our solar panels. I'm gonna actually mount it up at the front of the van. And the idea is to leave the base plate up here and take the actual satellite dish down whenever we drive. I think it might work.
Really?
I think so. All right, so I think I've almost got everything set up. The last thing I did was I just cut a little notch into the tail light cover here that fits this cable perfectly so that I can slip it back over. And then once I get the screws in, just a little bit of silicone and I think we'll be good and nice and waterproof. All right, I think this is the final product. This is what it's gonna look like. So I've got the base plate mounted to the same struts that the solar panels are on using the exact same washer bolt situation. I feel pretty secure about that. And then all the extra, 60 feet of wire or whatever we have left, I just have it curled up here. Technically, we could cut the zip ties and run it on the ground. But honestly, I made it look so nice up here, I don't think I want to do that.
The big thing about Starlink is that it connects to satellites. So that's the one thing where it would be nice to be able to move the Starlink around if we're parked underneath trees. But on the other hand, we have solar panels on the roof of our van. So we already have a pretty big incentive to not park under trees anyway.
This is the last step. Boom, should be on.
Oh, just moved. Whoa.
It's doing it.
That is so trippy.
Okay, it's done.
So I found a good satellite, I guess?
Yeah, let me run the speed test one last time. 40 down, 10 up, pretty good.
That is workable. All right.
All right, we did it.
We did it, good job, Jimmy. You did it. Oh. We got Starlink.
I don't know what to do now.
I
Watch
know.
movies?
Watch movies. Stream music. Upload our video
Yeah.
that I need to go finish editing right now.
Good job.
That was honestly a really straightforward, pretty simple install.
Yeah, they make it pretty easy. All right, so it's actually been a couple days since we first installed the Starlink, and we've actually moved spots. My parents went ahead and got a paid campsite, so we are officially mooch docking off of their site. Free water and free electricity. It's pretty nice. But since it's been a couple days, we can update you.
So to put it up, we have just been doing this kind of cheerleading stance, basically, where I stand on the ground and Jimmy steps up on my shoulder so that he can reach the antenna and put it on. We've done it a handful of times and we're already kind of getting it down so we can do it pretty quickly. As far as how good it works, unsurprisingly, we get pretty good service with the Starlink. We get decent internet, usually 50 megs to maybe even 100 megs down. And as far as the power consumption, it's a bit more than we would have hoped. It pulls about 5 to 9 amps when it's running. So if you're not paying close attention to it, it could really add up throughout the day.
We've actually only run into one problem with the Starlink so far. It's a minor one, but I'm gonna show you that now. So back here is my inverter, which is connected to my batteries, which will supply power all the way to the Starlink up there. And the problem is the Starlink doesn't have a switch to turn it on and off on the router or anywhere on the cable. So when I plug it into my inverter, it's just on whenever my inverter's on, drawing power. And I really don't like that. So we bought some stuff to fix that.
So we've got an extension cord to bring it up closer to where the living space is in the van. And then we've got these cool little on-off power switches. So we're gonna use one of these so that we can switch the Starlink on and off from the front of the van without having to go into the garage.
All right, it's been a while since we tried one of these, but I think it's time. And all of that will be installed in 3, 2, 1. And like that, it's done.
Nice.
I'll admit it is really, really hard to see from this angle, but I've got this extension cable coming up here. I've got it zip tied all the way around. And then right here are my switches. So from our dirty clothes hamper door, which is what we call it, we can easily stick our hand in and turn on and off the Starlink. We went ahead and bought 2 switches so that we can add a second thing to it. Just why not? And yeah, I think that completely fixes the only problem we had with Starlink. I feel like all in all, this was probably the easiest project we've ever done on the van, and I'm glad we didn't have any hiccups.
Yeah, it was so straightforward. I think the only big thing that we haven't mentioned yet, Starlink comes with a monthly expense whenever it's active, and so that's about $150 a month.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's worth mentioning. It is pretty expensive over time.
It is. That's why it took us so long to decide to get it.
Yeah.
But with that, I think we're gonna call it here. One big announcement though is that I think we've decided to take a few weeks off during the Christmas holiday. So this will be our last video until possibly the end of December or possibly the beginning of January.
We have something huge planned for the end of this year, start of next year. So around the new year, please make sure to come back and check out our channel because we've got some cool stuff we're excited to share with you guys.
Yeah, we've got a lot of planning to do.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
We can't put these two knuckleheads with him because these two started eating the dog food.
Oh.
That's the only reason they're not in there. All right,
buddy.
dig your fingers in this boy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's the response we like.
Yeah.
Hard to see the skin. That's see how dense he is.
He's a little fussy.
Very nice boy. Yet again. And he was like a clumsy 14-year-old, didn't know what to do.
You gonna grab a knife?
Yes, I got you. Kitchen knife or scissors?
Scissors are good.
Right, catch.
Oh no.
Aww.
Are you guys okay? And all of that will be installed in 3, 2, 1.
You can't snap before you say one.
All right, one more time.